Alright guys, welcome back to the LP of course, and today as promised we are doing an AMA caving episode, or maybe more than one, we don't know. I've got a fair few questions here, you guys have answered the call, I've got lots of questions, and I reckon... I reckon I'll get just over one episode out of these questions. It's night. I reckon I'll get just over one episode out of these questions, so I'll see how it goes. I may break it up. It really depends how long I take to answer questions. I've already been in this cave. I've actually already tried to record this once, which is why I've explored it a bit. Haven't explored it too much, though. And it looks like a reasonable cave. It looks like it branches off a bit. It looks like it has a skeleton in it. Good. So it looks pretty good, and there's also a bit. I was pretty sure it was like under here or something. Yeah, see, we've got a bit under there as well. So we've got plenty of cave to explore. And we are going to jump right into the questions. I think, why not? AMA caving after all, and I'm going to answer them roughly chronologically because I got a few questions episode before the last, so episode 57, I think. And I also got questions on the most recent LP, so I'll read the older ones first and then move on to the newer ones. So we're going to start off with Norway for the win. Norway FTW has asked me 5 questions. Wow. Question asking powerhouse. Wow. All right, number 1. What is your favorite video game / game series? As I grab this iron. I think I've been asked this before, which is okay. I don't really mind repeat questions. Too much. We're going to grab some cobble out. My favorite... I can never name a favorite game straight off. I want to say that. I've never been able to name a really favorite of anything just because I feel it kind of limits your... It just limits you, really. I see you, creepy creeper. Just tap him. 2... Oh, I only took 3. I thought it'd take 4. Okay... yeah, I can never name a really favorite game or favorite song or favorite movie even. Again, it just kind of like branding something as your favorite really always put like pressure on me to live up to that, and like, you know, the standard, like I say standard people, but they're always like, OMG, this is my favorite song. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, what, wasn't that your favorite song? I'm like, nah, I got bored of that. And I've always kind of had a rule with that. If you can never get bored of something, then you that's probably your favorite. Like there are some songs I've listened to over and over again that I've just never got bored of, and I've always liked them. I'm sure I saw more iron. Was it this? And yeah, there are some songs I've known for many years. Just I can listen to them over and over again, just never get sick of them. Here's Zomble. Nope. And that's why I can never really brand something as my favorite, I guess. It's just I can never do it. Game series, however, I can name a few. I'm sure I saw more iron. Whatever. Game series, I can name a few favorites. First off, the Pokemon series. I've played a fair few Pokemon games. I can actually say now I've played one Pokemon game from every generation because currently I downloaded Visual Boy Advance, and I'm currently playing just a ROM of Pokemon Yellow. So once I finish that, I can safely say I finished a Pokemon game from every single generation, except the most recent one, due to my lack of, owning a 3DS, which, is a bit of an issue. But I will get around to eventually playing that once I acquire money. But we'll see how it goes. So Pokemon series, yeah, that would be one of my favorite ones. I know way too much about Pokemon. If you guys ever get around to talking about Pokemon with me, I almost guarantee I know more about Pokemon than you. I can still remember like Pokemon based stats and stuff. I was obsessed with that for a while. I was like on Net Battle and Smogon and stuff like that. I was red hot into that. So don't try and go head to head with me on that because you won't hear the end of it. But other video game series, I would say the Ratchet and Clank series I've always liked. If you guys are familiar with the Ratchet and Clank series, they had a spin-off called Ratchet Gladiator, and my brother and I played that game to absolute death, man. We have beaten that game so many times, my brother and I. For those of you who don't know, I have a younger brother who's He's three and a bit years younger than me, so you know we're close enough in age to kind of to get along really well, and we all like the same. We like the same kind of games and music and stuff, and you know we get along really nicely. So yeah, played that game to absolute death. Is this the only branch left? I think it is. So we'll go down here. This will probably connect up around the bottom of that bit we were just in. So I'm assuming. Hello, zombie. I hear him. I hear his footsteps. Ah, there you go. Ow. Ooh, gold. Gold. Gold is nice. Gold you can make. Okay. So I should probably actually answer more questions. The other game series I'm thinking of is Kingdom Hearts series. I've always liked too. I've only played number 1 and 2. I should play more. But when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I'll definitely be sure to get on that. That's definitely a game I really want to play. We'll line up down here a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. So I would say those are my main series I've played a lot. I don't think I can think of any more. If I think of them, I'll let you know. So thank you for that question. Norway for the wins. Question number 2. This is going to take a while. I may fill an entire episode with Norway's questions. Maybe that was just torches. I'm going to block myself off while I read the next question. Do you play sports? And which is your favourite to play and to watch? Sports. Sports, yeah. I would say I'm not the really stereotypical nerd. Although I can be a bit nerdy and stuff. I'm really like I'm fairly sporty. Like I wouldn't say I'm fairly fit. Don't get me wrong on that. But I'm really into sports and stuff. I like my main two are AFL and cricket. And AFL is Australian rules football, just a kind of short name for it. So I'm really into that. I as for the ones I play cricket still, and I play a reasonable level. And I'm okay at it. I wouldn't say I'm not really good, but I'm reasonable. I'm pretty good. I'm handy, handy all rounder if you're into the cricket terms. But if you're not, don't worry about it. But I used to play AFL or Australian rules football, and I kind of got sick of that game because I didn't like to train. I got really bored of footy training. I didn't like it at all, just because of the way it was run at times. But it's alright. Grab a crafting bench. We'll craft another. We'll craft one of these bad boys. Achievements always reset. What we're gonna do as well. It's good. How much iron do we have? Okay, we'll let that cook, and I'll go mine this until my pickaxe runs out. So as for ones I like to watch, I very much enjoy watching cricket, especially the Australian national team. They're over in South Africa at the moment, doing okay, which is good. So I like watching cricket, and I probably like watching AFL a bit more. Again, Australian guys, I go for in the AFL, I go for Collingwood. So don't think any less of me, Australian guys, but they're kind of apparently they're the team to hate in the AFL. So go figure. There's a parallel in almost every league, and it's just like this is the team that everyone hates. This one, and I go for that team, unfortunately. So, oh well. And apart from that, I've been known to play other sports, pretty much any other sport. I'm not a fan of tennis. It must be said, I don't like tennis at all, and I'm not a fan of what's the other sport I don't like. There's another one I don't like, and it's not coming to me at the moment. I'm not a fan of watching soccer, although it's very fun to play. There's another sport I've recently taken up, and I think I'm far too young for this, but I've taken up golf at the moment just because all my friends are playing, and I'm pretty bad at that. I'm a pretty terrible golfer, it must be said. So, but it's fun, you know. All my friends play, so have fun with that. We should make a new pickaxe. Nice. Man, I'm dominating. All these achievements. That. So I think that's about it for sports. As I said, I'm a very sporty person. I like to get active, which, you know, is a bit different for a guy who, you know, plays internet games. play video games for a little bit of money. So next, 3. Is there anyone in? This is still Norway. Is there anywhere in the world you would like to travel to? My touchpad is on. Turn off, please. Good. Is there anywhere in the world I'd like to travel to? Again, I think I've answered this question, I believe. That's the... Ah, crap. This isn't the... Oh, this is not the end, is it? No. Nah. Again, I think I've answered this, but I would love to... I don't think there's a specific place I want to go to. I just want to go somewhere. I know I'm maybe embarrassing her here, but I know my girlfriend really, really wants to travel, and I'd really like to, you know, go somewhere with my girlfriend. It'd be lovely. But yeah, I don't really know where, to be honest. I just want to go somewhere. In saying that, I would probably not go to, like, kind of the Asian area. I'm not a fan, although... Then again, I would like to go there just for the experience, pretty much. It's just a good experience kind of thing. But I've never been a fan. Basically, I've never been a fan of like Asian food. It's just not my thing. I'm just gonna leave the rest of that coal there. I'll get plenty of coal. More iron. Iron's the one I want. Nope. So I'd love to go to Europe and go around Europe for a bit. That'd be lovely. How low are we? I can't even tell. 30. Okay. Europe would be a lovely place to travel to, I think. So maybe, and yeah, I'd love to go to America at some stage. You know, go to, you know, the standard, go to Disneyland and stuff. That'd be cool. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm not really sure. But I do know that I want to travel. I have the desire to travel somewhere when I get money. So we'll see how that goes. 4. Do you have any funny / embarrassing stories from school that you would like to tell us? I have stories, but I'm not sure if I've told them before. I have a couple of stories. I wasn't the biggest rebel at school, although I must be said year 10, I did rebel a little bit. Yeah, this just loops back. Yep. I may have rebelled a little bit in year 10, and that's about it. Okay. We should go grab the rest of our iron before going on. That's fine, I'll just grab that. I don't have an axe. That's cool. Grab the workbench. Funny and embarrassing stories. Actually, I'll tell this one. I'm not sure if I've told it before, but it is... Oh, what an amazing cave. We're just going to dig to those zombies, I think. To that zombie. Funny, embarrassing story. Okay, there was a time in year 10. It was just at the end of school, and basically, like at the end of school, you have to go to school technically, but there were no classes, so they just did crappy summer program, and you'd do like sewing and crap and stuff like that. I didn't want to do sewing or anything. Screw that, you know. So I went with my friends, and we decided... Wait up, I'm trying to hit the zombie. I think it's off this way. I'm going to take this way. Oh! How about right here? We're going to get some blocks on my bar. It's a witch. There are so many mobs in there. Alright, what we can do... I'll block off, give ourselves some light. UHC caving style. Kill the feats. Alright, I've got a crappy bow. Sorry I stopped talking, but... Yep. I want him to come in here now. Come on in, guy. Beautiful. Lock that back off. Cool. I know how to deal with witches. Inferno Mines taught me a lot of valuable lessons. We're actually going to block him off. Bye-bye. We're going to focus on one direction at a time. Okay, that's our exit. Right, I should go on with the story. Sorry about that, guys. Hello. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I went with a bunch of friends, and we're like, let's go to there was a shopping center. It was probably a K from the school, so 15-minute walkish. So we're all like, yeah, let's go there. Why not? Let's just do it. So we went there, and we got in. You had to go through the car park, and then you had to go up the escalator, and it's one of those stair escalators, not the flat ones, the ones with the stairs. So we went up there. We went to the escalator, and I'm like to my friends, like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I just ran up the down escalator? That'd be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, right? To a year 10, to a 16-year-old. So I did it, and I'm running up, and I'm like, oh, this is easy, And then I see some people kind of get on, and I'm like, oh, I should probably get off. Shit. So I'm kind of almost to the top. I'm like, all I need is 2 steps to get to the top. So I'm like, 1 step, and then I kind of trip on the second step, and I'd committed, so I had to go, and I fell knee first straight into the top of the stair. I managed to kind of clamber off while I was doing this, so I got off the top of the escalator. And I'm like, all right, how bad is it? Look down, and I just see blood. There is blood everywhere. And I'm like, oh, crap. Because I remember I was meant to be in school at this point, doing sewing or something crap like that. So I'm just kind of sitting there at the top of the escalator, and my friend has to go all the way to the shopping center's medical thing, and get assistance from them. And so one of my friends goes there, and my other friend stays with me, and eventually the people come along and bandage my knee up, and okay, it was a pretty deep cut, but it was just a cut, so it wasn't too bad. So I know you're here, Creeper. He's gonna follow me. So it wasn't too bad, but I had to give a briefing because, it's probably policy for them to kind of take account of all the activities, and especially if someone gets injured, they want to be not liable and yada, 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 stuff like that. So they take a statement and they get my name. And later that night, and I get home around, we hang around for a couple of periods, we go back to school. Later that night, my mum gets a call, and she kind of turns to me and says, what were you doing today? And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And she's like, I just got a call from the vice principal. And she said that. I'm like, oh boy. So it ended up being I had to go to the vice principal's office the next morning because, idiotic me had gotten injured and had given our name. And obviously, well, we were in our school uniform, so they knew it was us. And I thought, oh, I'm such deep trouble here. I'm going to get it handed to me. All these detentions and stuff, and all these stuff filling my head of what could happen. And in the end, the vice principal was actually a really, really good guy. And he came in, it's like, we just don't want the bad PR for the school, so all we want you to do is write a letter of apology to the shopping center. And I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. So all that ended up happening was I had to write a letter of apology to the shopping center, and got out of that one. So that would be probably my best story, even though nothing really came of it. How low am I? 38. I need to go lower. Might just staircase down, see if I can find anything. Unless there's anything with this gravel. Yeah, I think I'm just going to staircase down. So that would be my most funny / embarrassing story. If I can think of any more, I'll probably tell them. If I go for more caving, I may tell some more stories. That's all I can think of it. But that's all I can think of at the moment, basically. So hopefully that was good enough for you. And we're going to move into the next question. We are getting dangerously close to an episode here, and I've only asked questions from one person. This is crazy. I'm easily going to run 2-3 episodes in this, so more AMA caving for you guys. Check out the next episode. It'll probably be up in 2 days, I'm assuming. Hopefully I can get it up by then, but, fingers crossed. The last question from Norway for the win, number 5. Is there anything you would like to see added to Minecraft? New block, mechanic, or similar? Short answer, yes, but I can't remember. Usually when I get annoyed by something, I'll say, why isn't this in the game? But I can't really think of anything at the moment. I'd like to see more redstone stuff added to the game and more ways to interact with redstone. But apart from... Ooh, cool. That's coal. Gold. When I say coal. But apart from that, not really sure at the moment. But I'm sure if you watch my LPs, I'll probably say this should be added to the game. I guess one mechanic is new ways to get up to places. It sounds weird, but all you have these days is piston elevators, so I'd like a new way to get around. They haven't added... Well, they added horses, but they haven't added really anything to do with boats, minecarts, anything like that for ages, so I think they could revamp that system a bit. So apart from that, I'm pretty happy with the game at the moment, so I don't think I could say anything. We're at about almost 22 minutes here, so I'm going to have one more question. Probably, well, definitely from someone not named Norway for the win. Hello. 18, that's cool. So we have the question from Dimmy Doo, i.e. Dracona. And this will be the last question. What is your favourite food and why? I have a lot of foods I like, but I think the one I'm most infamous for is licorice all sorts. I thought I had lava. I'm going to keep digging down. I really like licorice all sorts. I think they're delicious. I just absolutely think they're delicious. I don't know. I can just eat them all day. There's all sorts of them. It's just... How can you not like them? I don't get people who don't like licorice. I mean, yep. That's cool. We'll need to dig towards the lava sound, I think. Or the zombies over here, I think. Okay, we'll just sit here. Okay. Yeah, I wod say licorice all sorts, probably at the moment. Can't think of any other food I really, really, really like, but these would be the ones, because I just think they're absolutely delicious. So that would be it. I've got probably another episode's of questions worth, I think. Probably another episode. So I will end it here. Thank you very much for watching AMA Caving. And yeah, I will catch you next episode where we will finish the question list, and that's about it. Catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.